Do you ever wonder if, like, some of this maybe isn't quite what we think and isn't going to be as big a problem, and we're potentially using the military-industrial complex to gear up for a war to create an enemy for this country?
I'm going to answer your question with a question. Would you bet your livelihood on that? Look at all the different angles that China has on us. With our power grid, the fentanyl crisis, the supply chain, COVID, they're buying our farmland. Look at all these weird things that keep happening all over the country, all these food plants that are blowing up, chemical spills, water sanitation issues, you know, even our power grid. You want to talk about the power grid? I mean, just interviewed the hacker. I know what these guys are capable of because I've seen this shit working for the agency. You know, the spy balloon that came over. I made a big stink about that. All the people who don't know shit about espionage and cyber warfare and all this stuff, and I don't even know much about it. I just know some of the capabilities that are out there. When that spy balloon flew over, what was it? Everybody's like, oh, who gives a shit? You could get this information on Google Earth. That's just that's a face.
Yeah, can you explain why that's a facepalm?
Because they're not looking at Google Earth. They don't need imagery. They need fucking data. And so when the things like that go over, what it's doing is it's sucking data. It could be sucking data out of your phone, could be sucking data out of the computer, could be sucking data out of our nuclear silos, could be sucking data out of Area 51, could be sucking data out of the White House, anything that it flies over. How do those things work? 90% of the time, it's line of sight. You have to have at least a line of sight to get it. That information gets sucked in. China's claiming that they can communicate through quantum entanglement, which I won't get into because I'm not a quantum physics guy. But yeah, so they suck up the data and then it gets transmitted to China, you know, and everybody thought I was full of shit. Oh, this guy's fucking crazy, he's a quack, whatever. Well, then a month later it comes out all over media, which I hate media, but that's how you validate it, because that's what people still believe is telling the truth. A month later, the media is pushing out the exact same fucking information that I warned everybody about with these damn things. You know, and power grid, you know, we want the green energy, right? Everybody's not everybody, but we have this narrative. We need to move towards green energy. Fossil fuels are horrible. They're going to fucking kill us all, and the planet's going to go to shit. That's great. Cool. I'm all for green energy. Let's go. Let's make green energy happen. Let's do it the right way. Whatever. And they claim we're going to get energy independent. I'm trying to weed through some of the narratives.
No, I'm
getting sidetracked.
Yeah.
That's great, but we're not going to be fucking energy independent. You know why we're